yay, let's get this live stream study with booting up the New Vegas version. There we go. And turning on New Vegas. So, that's all loading. Got another blue screen of death this week. Opening an email. And boof, blue screen of death. So, I turned off an antivirus's email shield, which is completely pointless anyway, because I'm not stupid enough to actually open bad emails. But there was, and I'm hoping that's fixed it, but I'm still being extremely wary of the internet. You know, I'm trying to limit it because resetting my computer is not a particularly fun task. If you've ever noticed, it's not a particularly fun task to have to reset your entire computer just because the internet's decided to overload netio.sys. You know, it's not exactly a fun task, so I don't particularly I hate resetting computers. Because I don't, you know, it's like 5 minutes to start it back up again. So, that was what I was doing. I was helping Rivet City out. East End Tower. Look at its scuttle. At least I think that's what it's doing. But now it blows up with one shot from my quotation fingers tri-beam. Laser rifle that doesn't seem to have any tri in its beam at all. Oh no, it's not the super mutants. Oh, I forgot how stiff New Vegas was. It's clunky. And that's the thing, Oblivion is clunky, but it is, I wouldn't say it was stiff. New Vegas is both clunky and stiff. You know, nothing feels smooth. Need to be waterfront side. Run towards the shooting. Now it looks like my guard convoy has been ambushed.
Can't stand the sight of your own blood?
Oh dear. That mountain. It's stopped now, but there was a mountain phasing in and out.
Hey. It came out of nowhere. I need to get back to report to Le Pelletier. She'll want to know what happened. Thanks for the help.
Yeah, so it is like a weird shade of brown. I always thought it was black to Rivet City armor. No, it is actually a weird shade of brown. Weird. Oh, they killed this innocent scaver. Now I get to take all his shit, because Fallout 3 was really nice in that you could actually loot the vendor inventories. Pip-boy.
Hi, I'm Split Jack. I'm recording this because I figure half you idiots can't read for shit. But you best don't lay this tape around just anywhere.
And why do they have multiples of these tapes?
It's because one of my boys thinks he can trust you. If he's wrong, you're dead. If he's right, then you're gonna be rich. Got us a plan.
Oh, right.
We hit the water mules with the Brotherhood busy fighting the Enclave. Soon they'll want to give up the fort. Then we offer our protection services. Wasteland's dangerous and all. We charge them steep. On top of it, we sell the water to whoever we want. If you want in, ride out with the next ambush. Stash the water when it's done, the regulars will show you where. And then get up to Grandma Sparkles. Grandma loves visitors and keeps her mouth shut. That, and she cooks a mean stew. So that's where we meet. Wilhelm's Wharf. It's on the river. Don't get lost.
And
memorize the passphrase. It's Mirelurk stew. If you forget it, don't bother coming round. You'll get shot. No kidding.
Oh no. Well, this weapon is nothing if not inaccurate. Oh. What is it doing? Okay. I don't think that's a mind control device anymore. I think that's a pair of headphones and it's rocking out. I'll just leave it to its business. Leave the Deathclaw to do its thing. It does amaze. Looking. Another bit of Capital Wasteland footage came out well through NAF stream. He did a bit of gameplay at the end. I didn't catch it live because I have an uncanny ability to miss them live, but showed off pretty much around this area, this sort of general area, Citadel, Project Purity, that sort of area. And I'm amazed at how close they've got to these very distinct buildings with just kit bashing. And if you don't know what kit bashing is, it's when you take bits from one model set and use them to create another model set. It's a very common process. Instead of having a bespoke model for, say, a building, you use little bits of another building, which Fallout 4 has many. Fallout 4 is absolutely loaded with kit bashable parts. The only downside with kit bashing, really, is and it also makes every building that's created semi-unique. Rather than like that just being a copy-paste to the one next to it, for example. Every kit bash will be slightly different, because everyone who did it would do it ever so slightly differently, which creates an individuality, which is nice. But the only downside with kit bashing is they are a bit higher on load. Because they just take for example, I'm just going to use this little building here as the example. With this building, the only bits that you can see from any particular given angle, they're the only tries in it. There's nothing inside it. There's nothing extra going on. Anything you can see. So, for example, all that's rendered is what you can see. While Kit Bash would have bits inside that you could see, like loads of hundreds and hundreds of extra polys in it. And if you don't know what polys are, they're what make shit up in the 3D worlds. But it's that's the only real downside of the kit bashing, is that they are quite high load. Quite a lot higher load, which is a bit of a problem. Not so much in the arse ends of nowhere. Fallout 4 is not going to have particularly much trouble loading one particularly high kit bash in the middle of nowhere. However, in the city, and especially in some of the districts, have gotten pretty bad, apparently. I mean, my general ruling for making anything in Fallout 4 would be, if it runs better, as long as it doesn't run worse than in a Boston, it's fine. But apparently some of them are running pretty badly and making a Boston look good. So, yes, something where they'll probably have to be replaced with non-kit bashers. A lot of Fallout 4 is kit bashers as well. You don't realise it, but quite a lot of like the clutter and such is all kit bash from just bits. Which might look stew, wasn't it? I think. I told them there's actually traffic here. Question is, where is she? Oh yeah.
Who the hell are you?
Oh god, he looks ridiculous. Well, he at least matches the voice.
Huh. You're one of the newbies then. Okay, you're lucky you knew that. Don't know. This is a real simple gang. Whoever's the toughest sets the rules. Now find a seat. We're waiting for some of the boys to get back.
What are you looking at?
I love how they actually have a uniform in like every other gang.
Damn it, girl. Like I told you, just one rule. Do what the hell I say. We're a gang. We all wear metal armor. So put it on already.
I've got to squeeze myself in some metal armor, do I? Nope. It does this sometimes. It's just load up. Load it up to what? That's not even good!
What is it? You got a death wish? Fine by me. Knives, pipes, or boards?
Ooh.
Great. Here's the combat knife. Use that and only that. I get hit with
I love how he actually has this ritual challenge.
my boys join in. Good luck. You're gonna need it.
Where's that combat knife? Knowing him, he probably gave me that broken ass one, so.
Die.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Like, wait for him to make the first strike.
Die. Killer. Oh yeah.
And he's down.
Die. Killed the boss, fair and square. Good job. Good.
Normally,
Normally, we the new boss, but we're all tired of bosses. But we like Split Jack's plan. So, if you can get that bitch at Rivet City to... So, we don't need you to be our leader. But we will cut you in on the protection rep. Hi.
Well, to be honest, these idiots clearly aren't going to do much on their own, are they? But... might as well finish the job. Never say I don't finish the job, even when I'm squeezed into one that's way too small. Even when I'm squeezed into one that's way too small. It's actually no, I actually did upsize that one, but still, it's not exactly comfy. Look at the iron armor and tell me that's comfortable. Armor, sorry, not iron. It's probably made out of like pans and crap. It's just a wastelander. Is he one that wants water, or is he one that sells a bit of shit?
Good to see you. What do you need? Take a look.
I'll buy... I said I'll buy all your ammo, but you don't actually have any. Why am I taking mines? Here, have some NCR money. I know that's completely amazing. That's amazing currency out to you. Take my crap. Back to Rivet City. Oh no, raiders. Oh no, I am so scared. I don't know what but Raiders never actually get anything really better than absolute garbage for equipment. See, that's a tri-beam firing tri-beams. So why does mine do so just one beam? I mean, I'm not complaining. Oh, I am complaining because it's not doing what it's supposed to, but it's still not accurate. It's accurate enough that all three beams converge on one point, but not accurate enough that the beams actually do what they're supposed to and split. I wasn't even pointing at him in that hit. That's how inaccurate this thing is. My question is, how can a laser weapon be so inaccurate? Like, unpredictably so. It's a laser. If the focusing array has enough power to make a laser of any sufficient deadliness, and yes, deadliness is now a word, it should have the ability to fire in a pretty accurate straight line, not like wobble all over the place. I love how these cars are still on fire. It's like bloody nipped and it never stops burning. Now, that's something I hope Fallout 4 New Vegas does, is just put Nipton out. After you've visited Nipton and had a little cutscene with Vulpes, hopefully it should just be put out, because it is kind of stupid how it never stops burning. That wasn't even... It's... He just committed suicide. That was pulling very badly to the left. Very badly. And of course, it's got no fucking sights either. Because, what... I don't care what weapon in the world it is. No weapon, no firearm, would have no form of sights on it. They would all have some form of sights. This has none. Actually nothing. You know, and I notice it's only the laser weapons in New Vegas that have that issue. I mean, a few mods add the sights to them, and a few, well, mods add, both in-game mods and weapon modifications and mods make, you know, third-party mods do add sights to the laser weapons. But the fact that they don't come with them by default, when every other weapon does, is a bit stupid. Look at all this water. And they have, one goon looking after it.
Everything's above board.
What the? Standing corpses. Okay. Oh no. I heard a laser rifle fart. Yeah. They do not have a good sound, laser rifles, in Fallout 3 in New Vegas. It just doesn't have any impact to it. Yeah, you're toasting dead lurks again, are you? You know, look, it's Rivet City goons.
You can get all the water you want for free. The Brotherhood's giving it away at the purifier. Hadn't you heard?
You know, I love how the Brotherhood's just giving it away, and those bandits thought they could sell it to people. Why would you paying their protection racket? Sure, that's a well-known bit of organised crime, but trying to sell the water when they're giving it away for free seems a bit much.
Well, did you take... Really? Oh, that's excellent. Thank you. As soon as... Yes, well, I've simply, run out of resources. I'll send word to Bigsley, the Brotherhood scribe running... Now.
Really? I mean, if I was in this for the money, which I'm clearly not, that would be annoying. I'm not, so I get to report to the unhappiest scribe in the world. There's that laser rifle again. Weird. Now, I'm owing myself a favour to look at the ceiling in the Jefferson Memorial. It's just one of those things I just really want to have a look at. Because it's one of the things you never look at, and it's one of those things I just want to have a look at it. One of those things that just pique my curiosity. So it does have the cables running up it, but it's not brick. Weird, so it actually does have the For initial block out, I think they did a fair job of it. I mean, that's a bit weird. It's got the cable. They had the cable, but it didn't have the... had sort of this weird brick texture instead, which is a bit odd. But for initial block out of the area, where it's just by block out, I think it means rough, just a rough version. I think they did bloody well.
Sir, the lab coats report a delay in the next batch of water.
Really? All just sitting there with a big pile of books and holidays. Credit to them for having two different models. I mean, there's a books carrying and
I needed to temporarily divert power while we brought additional security systems online.
Just thought you should know, sir, about the delay.
Oh dear, big.
Of course. Gotta hand it to you, kid. That was a break, but do you know?
Yeah, you miserable scribe.
He has more important things to worry about, don't you? Oh, I'm sorry. Was I being rude just now?
Why is this guy such an asshole?
You on getting through the door. After all, you did have to trip over that never-end. I'm Scribe Bigsley. Right. Yeah, I heard about your dad. Sorry, kid. I don't mean to sound unsympathetic.
This guy's just an ass.
You know the wasteland. Imagine trying to get fresh water to every known settlement. Now, imagine doing that without any trained soldiers or military resources. Yeah, that's my job. Really? But most of it's pushing papers and knocking sense into giant eggheads. I'm sure I could put your... Well, I've got... Really
already done that.
Needing help.
Idiot.
And then there's Megaton. They want more aqua pura. I don't know what to think. Apparently, Megaton's sending him nasty letters demanding a shipment. Look, if you can straighten out Megaton...
Megaton has its own water supply anyway.
I'll make it worth your while.
And I don't think any of the children of Atom care.
Really? Oh, and of course I have a little... Yes, I received a message from her. It's here somewhere. The initiates just finished itemizing a requisite. I suppose the Brotherhood thanks you for your efforts. Now...
And he's going to sleep.
Tell me about it.
You know, there's like 4 other scribes here. Why can't you delegate? You know, part of being a leader is delegate. Part of being a leader is delegating tasks to your subordinates. You know, you can't do everything on your own, but no, Scribe Bigsley decides, let's do everything on our own, be a complete and utter ass to everybody. Then maybe something will happen. I think they're full. you know, if you're pumping into barrels. Speaking of where the fuck did those barrels come from? You know, I get that the Brotherhood probably has some form of minor production facility, but you know, probably taken over a factory somewhere. But where the fuck do you just get magic 1,000,000 barrels from? I mean, any barrel that would have been around probably would have come from an oil tank. In any quantity would probably come from a tanker. And they don't carry barrels; they pump into barrel. You know, I don't have a clue about the logistics of oil barrels, because your average super tank carries 1,000,000 barrels worth of oil. You know, like truly astonishing quantities of this stuff. So where they get all those barrels from, I don't. Probably fleet of tankers take it to a factory, which then sticks it into a mountain of barrels. But still, where do you get so many barrels so quickly? Because it looks like the rusted out shit heaps that you would find lying around the wasteland being used as makeshift fires. But I just don't get where they get all those barrels from. I mean, the Brotherhood clearly has some form of production facility, but of all the things you could producing, oil barrels, and lots of them. You know, I also don't. Why, if the quest is called Holy Water, it's probably got something to do with the Children of Atom. And if it's got something to do with the Children of Atom, what the fuck do they want with purified water? Do they want to unpurify it? Let's face it, there's children around, they kind of revere radiation, they're not going to clean, pure water. It's probably not their forte. I'm sick to fucking death of night already. That'll do. Welcome to the beautiful green glow that permeates the entirety of the capital. And this is before the green filter. You know, this is not even with the green filter. This is EMB, which tones it down somewhat. Everything. You can see I'm using. My EMB is on. Just turning the EMB off. Which puts New Vegas' horrible orange filter back on top of it. Use effect. And it puts the orange filter on, which also exaggerates the green a bit. It's horrible, isn't it? Look at it. Why would you ever go around with that? I'm just checking it's actually off yet. Just making sure. You know, it's horrible orange filter, even that exaggerates the green. But no, there is just a natural amount of green in everything in Fallout 3. There's always some overwhelming greenness, and then of course the green filter just took it too far. I get the atmosphere they were going to, because radiation is green, because it's Fallout, which is like what the 50s for radiation was. But everything is green, and I get that they were trying to go for an eerie atmosphere, but the filter just took it way too far. I mean, this is atmospheric. It's got the green tinted sky. It's got the lights tinted slightly green. You know, that's fine. But when everything is just saturated with this hideous filter that just gets slapped on top of everything, it just goes too far. And New Vegas is the same. That orange filter is just overwhelming. You know, I always wondered why New Vegas had this weird orange tint to it, and turns out it's just this horrible filter applied to everything.
Please, water.
Watch it, Will. Oh, poor dear. Here, I've got some water I can spare.
The water she gave me, it...
Oh! Welcome to...
What should I do? He asked for water.
I just gave him some water I picked up on the way through Springvale. It tasted pure and I thought it would help him. It was supposed to be holy water. The man at the monastery in Springvale...
Oh god, you will not drink holy water.
He gave me this pamphlet along with the water. Called himself Brother Gerard. You could find him... They said they had lots of this holy...
Megaton. Friendly is... Down, all round.
Oh dear. Would you... there's one thing I would not do is drink holy water. I just don't think it's not for drinking. I don't think... You know, holy water I don't think is ever for drinking. It's sort of... Not for drinking, it's more, you sort of splashed on people to purify them. It's not actually for drinking. You know, you've got power...
Weary traveler, well... Oh, but you must be parched from your travels. Yet, we must drink deep of the water of light, so that it may sanctify our tongues and render
yeah,
purified...
Drinking that just sounds like an intolerably bad idea. Why does his beard actually work properly? I gotta drink the... Holy water, there it is. Yep, it's irradiated, I got.
I can see the glint of Atom's light in your eyes.
Atom's light, yeah.
Purified your tongue. How may this... No, ours is a modest order. As our luminescent mother says, where others walk, and to spread goodwill...
I've never done this quest before, by the way.
To any and all... Laugh if you want, but our blessing of the holy water is overseen by Mother Curie III, our luminescent mother, and she worked... I'm afraid it is not open to the unenlightened. However, if you are willing to be must it...
Ain't none of my business.
And this is the origins of the militant children of Atom. Yeah, the ones in Megaton are actually nice. This is what happens when you take religion too far. It starts off with good intentions, and then someone further down the line will corrupt it into something for control.
Children of the light, hear my words and feel Atom's warmth. For too long, our world has been barren, and our people have become empty. Their hearts have become dry and cold.
Well, that was spectacular. I can't say I expected such a to take everyone out. They had a fucking glowing one in their basement. Why couldn't they... I'm just wondering, if they really wanted irradiated water, couldn't they just take, like, wasteland water and use that? Why did they need act... Why? Just why? Why do they need Aqua Pura? Why can't they just, like, use whatever dirty water's from the river? It's probably more pure to them, it's got more atoms in it. I'll do one here. Just on this side of the city. Stop by Brian Wilkes, just tell him he can go to Rivet City now. You can send him to either... I think you can send him to either Megaton or Rivet City. Possibly Tenpenny Tower as well. I don't know if you can with that, though. I'm not 100% sure. can send him to either Megaton or or Rivet City. Sorry, I keep calling it Diamond City for some reason. It's funny because probably because I played too much Fallout 4, and the names are very similar.
Don't feel bad if you don't defeat me. I am one of the most advanced military robots available.
You've got to love the Wesley droids. They do deserve to die. They're just about... They're actually even less capable than Wesley. Oh, that's hurt your eyes. Wiggle vision hurts your eye. There's the sewer waste station. That's just a way into the bloody sewers, I think. And we have reached in 5, 4, 3, 2. My countdown sucks. Which floor is he on? Upper.
I hope you found me a place to... You really found her? I can't believe everything you've done for me. Most people would have kept on walking when I'll get my stuff together and move on out there right...
I thought you were locked in the shelter. He didn't come up running and screaming. He was locked in the shelter. Wasn't he? He was lost in a Pulowski preservation ship. That shelter right there. Mute fruit. I don't care how desperate you are, would you seriously lock yourself in here? I mean, actually, there isn't even a... Wait, there's like a crappy handle and that's it. How does it know to let you out? Because there's not actually like a latch on it, it's just like a area to pull. And it takes exact changer. I mean, would you... That would just be your coffin. Even if it did protect you, there's no way the radiation would clear enough to non-lethal levels before you died of starvation, filled the thing up with crap, etc. You know, you wouldn't survive. Unless it was like one of those, they believed radiation was gone in a minute. Oh, you only have to go in there for an hour? I mean, they don't even give you a chair. It's just such a bad design. I mean, if you're going to do that, you might as well put a chair in it. So people can sit down. And while waiting out the apocalypse. But nah, just make them stand up till they die. And if they fall over, well, they're never getting back up because there's no space. Bloody hell, I'm fast in radiation. I don't look like a radar. Oh look, and this isn't Fallout 4, so it's actually seen me. Fallout 4 has a very short detection range. You know you want to. You gotta blow the cars up, you know you have to. No, it does not. That one's going to blow or it's going to shoot straight. I think this was a chain reaction at one point, but I think I blew it up. I don't even know why VATS even has that kind of range, because it's never going to hit that range, is it? I mean, it somehow manages to do only like half damage on a hit. How is that even possible? Is it less accurate? I don't know. And the VATS calculations make no sense. 10%, 2 times 10% should not result in 2 hits. But with this thing, it's apparently shooting straight with VATS, and it'll ever shoot freehand, because I don't think these were designed to be fired without VATS. Hence the no sight. Ooh, car to go boom. Yeah, that should be lethal bits of car flying off at high speed, but I don't think they actually do any damage because I don't technically think they're solid. And those super mutants are still dead, that's good. Zoom across the irradiated piss pool, which is what remains of the Potomac River. Now, I wonder, are those buildings in the distance LOD? Or are they a very clever... Yeah, they're log, because I can see one there. I was wondering if they might be a clever use of, what do you call them, just effectively a texture, but no, it's clearly like this really low poly LOD building. Oh yeah, I forgot there's no way up on that side, for some reason, making the Enclave's barrier completely pointless. I'm hyperspeed swimming. You know, I see the outtake valves, but pipes, so they must be the intake pipes. It's pumping out far more than it pumps in, that makes no sense. Got to the world's most miserable scribe.
What is it this time?
I've done the test you asked, you asshole.
Cult? There's something about Megaton, isn't there? It's apparently the place to start a cult these days. Guess I can start sending them water again. Hopefully they can keep their grubby hands on their ship. Here. It's not much. Most of the assets have been exhausted. Many of us keep asking that same question. We have important things to do.
God, he is an asshole.
Lions is on some kind of... But yeah, things are being done to... We do what we can. Take, for example, this ghoul Griffin. He wanted to purchase a bunch of water. What the hell does that droopy irradiated fool need with your water?
Aquacura.
Sell it in Underworld. Moron. But he's the only one who's offered to pay for water. In caps,
he actually pays for.
What Lions doesn't know won't hurt him. There's plenty of water to go around. And I can use it to pay Rivet City to provide security for all the caravans we can't escort ourselves.
Oh, so you got to pay Rivet City to do it.
He came along. Sure. It's not like I'm going to be able to get much done today anyway. I follow orders, but I'm not exactly a yes man. I think Elder Lyons finally had his fill of... And while Scribe Rothschild and I usually see eye to eye on things, it's probably best. Yeah. I started out in the swords. I upped the output of a few laser rifles. Apparently...
AKA, a day blew up.
The extra power. A few guys. Then I joined the Shields. Bowditch wasn't all that pleased with me, proving him and his theories on force field resonance were a bit antiquated. And I found myself among the Quills. Jameson refuses to accept any fact that conflicts with her. She likes to assign contradictory personalities to field operations. Take, for example, myself here, or Yearling, exiled to that accursed library. You know, I used to think Rothschild and I were on the same page.
I'm honestly surprised this guy is not an outcast. You know, he clearly does not like Elder Lions. Like, clearly doesn't. So why is he still there? He should be in the... You know, he's exactly like the outcasts. No, it must be a boot. It must be a little tub. Yes, it's a great sea tub. I wonder what name it's got. I love how the animations just speed up to go with the speed. It's probably why all the enemy animations are so spazzy. And no, I don't know how they found so many bloody names, because they all begin with M if I remember correctly, all these boats. Oh no, this is Derek's pier, the boat isn't named. Oh, I hate these awful biped Mirelurks. I prefer the more crab-like ones of Fallout 4. They are just so much better. The Duchess Gambit. I was wondering about puffing. I thought I recognised the area. I did not realise it was so close to the Citadel though. Oh no. Echo Cure is in the city. Ah, I'm gonna get lost. I am so lost. Boing. Notice I can basically skip across the water in one like really fast swoop. How did I ever live without this sprint mod? Oh yeah, I fast travelled everywhere. That's what I did. I fast travelled everywhere. Pirate Pelly's boats and bait. What's funny is this sign clearly looks post-war. It's so crappy it wouldn't have survived. And that shack is clearly post-war. So I love how someone actually kept a fishing hole all effectively for a while. I find that quite funny. Maybe all turned into ghouls and it was just retreat while everything was too... Well, before the creatures got super irradiated, but before all the raiders came back, it was just a group of ghouls who were just trying to live life like nothing happened. And that's the kind of little fun background details in Fallout that you get. You see something like that, there's nothing actually attached to it, you just come up with your own little backstory for it. And that's the fun of it. Did I just see an eyeball rolling down the hill? I think I did. I think that was an eyeball just rolling down the hill. Why does he have a mini nuke? He's got a fucking rebar club and he has, for some reason, has a mini nuke. Yum. If you're a cannibal, you can eat that stuff, and it's a really, really potent healing item, but it also gives you like mountains of rats. Keep hitting that laser rifle fart off. Where is it? I mean, this place is clearly a super mutant staging post for an assault on Rivet City. It's very clearly purposed. Actually, I think Underworld I have to go to for the replicated man quest as well. And then you gotta go into the back of Rivet City there. Or is it the front of Rivet City? I can never remember which way front and back. Yes, because they say the science lab's in the stern and the science lab's that way. So that must be the bow. You would never know it. Yeah. I guess that's the bridge. What's funny is Rivet City, I think, is actually about the right size. It's not a particularly big aircraft carrier, but it is about the right size for. I'd say it probably is about the right size for an aircraft carrier, at least on the outside. For some reason, I think Rivet City is the one weird example where the inside is small, considerably smaller than the outside. Yes, I believe Rivet City is actually a. It's not a particularly big aircraft carrier. I think it's only like probably only about 150 meters long, but it's just about big enough. It would need a little launching ramp on the front, but it is actually a big enough one. It's not like weirdly downscaled. Of course, it's kind of a brick. It doesn't really have a bow. It just sort of has a slight curve. That's not a bow. That would not work. But yeah, I can't believe I've never gone through here before, ever. It's a bit weird. Oop. Nah, no quantum in that one. There's only a finite amount of Nuka-Cola quantum in the entire world. Not like Fallout 4 where it respawns, it doesn't Nuka-Cola machines don't respawn. In Fallout 3 they never respawn, so what you get is what you get. Each one has a small, like, 10% chance of having a Nuka-Cola quantum in it. There's a few pre-placed Nuka-Cola quantums, but that's about it. It's like Nernroot, there's only X amount of it. I saw something. Oh, is it someone's guts? Yeah, it's one of the raiders' guts. I was wondering what that was for a moment. This is something I really do miss in Fallout 4, is these, like, connected sewers. You know, it makes the city feel so much bigger. And to be honest, I think the city actually is bigger. I think there is actually more to... You know, I think the city actually is bigger, because I don't think Boston's very big. Fallout 4 is very, very small. You move very, very fast, and to be honest, Fallout 3 is actually a bigger world. New Vegas, on the other hand, is a smaller world. There's not. Once you get rid of the invisible walled areas, New Vegas is a smaller world. And if Fallout 4, it's only a little bit smaller, especially if you get rid of the dead space, aka most of the water with nothing in it. In Fallout 4, they're both pretty small, considerably smaller than Fallout 3. With Fallout 3, you've got quite a large square map that's pretty much all explorable, plus the massive city areas like this. Ow. I thought I killed Missile Launcher Lunatic. I thought I killed him. Oh no! It's funny that Fallout's got that. It's very obviously it's got a very condensed, small world, and yet in Fallout 3, I think they deliberately made this quite accurate scale. This is quite a long world space. You know, they tried to keep like this bit scaled right, which, when you look at it, leads to the conclusion that Boston is an absolutely tiny city. It's got like some of its key landmarks like Custom House Tower, the Monument, etc. It's got like a few Fanway Hall, you know, sort of key monuments and shit. But it's very, very small, and yet DC is fucking huge. I mean, from the Lincoln Memorial to the Capitol building, that is rough. I think that's probably roughly about real size, and it is probably about as wide as Boston is in Fallout 4.
Another human with a death wish. Welcome to the mall. Come on, here you are in the mall of our nation's... Face it. Those knuckle draggers? Nah, they don't bother us ghouls. Yeah, you know, those humans like the Brotherhood of Steel guys with their testosterone. Those
Okay. You're not overly polite. And Brotherhoods let you live, that's more than you'd expect from them. The amazing Aqua Pura.
And see your skin restore itself in just minutes. Guaranteed.
It's a wig. You can tell it's a wig, it's not...
Step right up, one and all, and purchase the amazing Aqua Cura. It's the answer to all your problems. Guaranteed. I'm getting a case for my family. Friends, have you stopped combing your hair?
Look at his little lamp. Look at his little lamp.
Well, fear no longer. Cast your gaze upon my luxurious coiffure.
It's so good, it makes your hair grow back.
Your hair back with the amazing Aqua Cura.
He's even got like a carnival style car, just for like maximum con man look. And most ghouls like pre-war, so they must know about these cons and scams.
Not with amazing Aqua Cura then. Well, hello there, smooth skin. Step right up. Have you come to say? Tell you what, friend. Just for you, and what do you... A free sample, you say?
A free sample?
I normally don't do this, but for you, for this one time only, a very special VIP promotional offer.
Such a con, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, ding ding ding, we have a new winner in our daily Aqua Cura sweepstakes. Here you go, ma'am, your free bottle. Step right up in the next 5 minutes and get your muscles atrophy.
Items Aqua Pura. It's irradiated Aqua Pure. He's bulked it out with regular water.
Getting picked on by bullies?
Quite why can't the bottle...
Dark alleys no longer, friends. Drink Aquacura regularly, and put even Grognak to shame. Men will fear you, women will love you. Guaranteed.
Oh dear.
Wow. Are you plagued by hellacious halitosis?
Oh god, he's still going. Oh, come on.
I hope there's nothing wrong with your what? That doohickey, but clearly it's
yeah, it is kind of ridiculous.
You should get that fixed. You're not fooling anyone. Everyone knows you're one of the good guys. But seriously, kid, I'm not up to anything. Just ask any. They already see the many.
Oh.
Welcome back. What can I do? You know, kid, you really... Now, if you don't mind...
I mean, he's clearly up to... You don't go selling shit like that unless it's a con.
I'd like... rather than... They're already convinced. Extreme
There's ridiculous amounts of money.
exfoliation. Welcome back. What can I... Really? Alright. The Brotherhood's happy just giving the stuff away, right? Well, they drove me out claiming ghouls don't need fresh water. Well, big surprise that when I offered to pay for it, didn't really want to, but on principle, I wanted to prove that ghouls... Good thing whatever they put in it to kill the radiation also undoes the radiation damage to ghoul physics.
I was just there. I got this quest from Bigsley. And now it's telling me to go back to talk to Bigsley. I am not walking through the sewers again. Not for that. Not because it's making me go back to exactly where I was. Where I started this quest. It's just... that's just odd. My goodness, stuck inside me. It bugs me.
What is it this time? Not that it's really any of your business, but we have... I use the caps and I send my men with the water to the museum authority on the mall. Griffin sends the band. Lions wouldn't approve, but I don't really care anymore. By all means, I'd love to answer some questions. She apparently decided to pursue more interesting projects up north in the Commonwealth. The real reason? She couldn't handle us scribes improving upon her work. She's the kind of woman who needs to be in charge of. Good luck to her out there in the wasteland. It's a long walk to the
the exact same could be said about you. He's kind of just as much an asshole as Lee is. Okay, maybe not. Dr. Lee is such a bitch.
Because it's... I don't think anyone really knows the answer to that. I'm sure you can imagine the chaos if we... Frankly, there just isn't the time or the resource. You take a bottle, you dunk it underwater, and glug, glug, glug it.
Except you're filling up barrels of this stuff, you idiot.
That's right. A machine would help, but a machine that puts water in bottles...
You have a machine that makes fucking barrels, so why not?
Yeah, well, when you remember what it was you were going...
Delegate, you asshole.
Don't bother Bigsley. He's not having a very good day.
I'm so glad I got drafted to be part of Lion's little water delivery team. No, really. I can't tell you what a wonderful opportunity this all is.
It's punishment duty. That's what it is. No one likes it. you can tell that the Brotherhood does not like lions. And the whole Brotherhood situation all goes sort of to shit after because of lions. Yeah, let's see if I can resolve this without pissing Bigsley off, because he doesn't need to be even more miserable. Actually, no, he deserves to be more miserable. But that's beside the point.
Radiation reversing Aqua Cura. It's welcome back. What? No. Now, if you'll.
I know.
Welcome back. What? Well, friend, how many would pay 50, 75? But for a limited time only, no man. Wrong. Try again. Nope. It's insane, isn't it? How could I sell it? Ding, ding, ding. That's right. For the low price.
Oh dear.
Right you are. And remember. Losing your hearing? Having trouble.
It's a miracle cure. It does everything. Like all miracle cure. You know, all miracle. If anything's promising to do that much shit, it just can't be legit. Oh yeah, I never helped Free Dog out. The murder on the vocal cords voice. Never bothered helping him out. I just skipped that whole part because I really don't care for Free Dog. I don't need him out there spreading his propaganda. And you! Radical Roach Eye! Look at them! They're so useless and crap. This might just be the greatest concentration of enemies in Fallout 3. Just like this massive den of Radical Roaches. I mean, they're not even hostile. They're not even really, like... I wouldn't even call them hostile. But, oh well. Yeah. I don't think he noticed me.
This is Griffin recording. All you clowns, listen up. I'm leaving you in charge of the bottling operation while I'm away doing my thing at Underworld. Here are my instructions. First off, shoot anyone who isn't me or one of you. Don't want anyone nosing around inside. When Bigsley's men arrive from Project Purity, pay them promptly, but don't let them in. Take the Aqua Pura, dump it into tubs and sinks to hold for later, then fill the empty bottles with the treated irradiated water. When you get enough bottles to make it worthwhile, make a trip over to Underworld. I'll take the new bottles and give you your cut. Oh, and leave the wigs alone. I don't want your greasy heads touching them. I mean it.
As he's wearing the wig. Leave the wigs alone. So of course, they wear the wigs. You know the rule. You tell someone not to do something and it makes them want to do it all the more. It's the rule. You tell someone, don't do this, and they do it. It's what they do. I love how his guards don't have a clue where I am. Yeah, they can't hear this clanking around. But sneaking in power armor isn't completely and utterly ridiculous. Boing. Boing. I love how I can punt a shopping trolley just by touching it. Look at it go. I love how I can kick a shopping trolley in Fallout further than I can kick at anything in real life. My kicks are terrible. I'm not sporty in the slightest. You know, this saying "throw like a girl." Well, that's my throwing. That's probably where, what was a modern phrase, that's where it would originate from. Because my throwing ability is terrible.
Drink Aquacura with every meal, and wash your hands and feet 10 times a day. Welcome back. What can I do for... My what now? My bottling operation. Why, I oughta... Fine. Me and my boys continue to do our thing. Each week you make it by, I'll give you 20% of the previous week's profits. That's pretty steep. What the hell? It's just this once.
That's what, 3 bottles?
Fine, here's your 300. There. I just bought you. The amazing Aquacura. Not only does it taste great, but it also reverses radiation poisoning.
Reverses radiation poisoning. It gives you radiation poisoning.
Oh, well, would you look at that? We got us a smooth-skinned visitor. Ooh-wee. We ain't seen... You're in Underworld, Smoothskin.
The name Smoothskin is really self-explanatory.
We're here out of sight and out of mind. The mutants leave us alone, and the slavers usually don't come this far into the city. Really, the Brotherhood of Steel is the only thing we have to... Bastards. They don't seem to be able to tell us apart from the super mutants. Or maybe they... At least they have the common courtesy to miss most of the time. Still, bigots. That's right. As long as you don't... Just make sure that you leave whatever trouble is following you at... So enjoy your stay. We got a nice little deal. A bunch of bullshit, that's all that was. Here, take this old holotape. We were driven on... So we stay down here.
It means ask that. I just wanted this holotape. I just know that this is a place where you can get
it. If you're
it.
listening to this recording, it is because you're believed to be trustworthy. I hope that is the case, because this recording puts us both in danger. I'm escaping from the Commonwealth. I'm an android, a synthetic man, a slave. The men hunting me are ruthless and will stop at nothing to retrieve their property. I need to find a doctor in the wasteland to perform facial reconstruction. I also need someone who knows a great deal about computers. I need to have my memories erased and my face altered to look like someone else.
Because I know where one of the steps... Do you know anything?
Hey, oh, a human. Well, we spend it at Carol. The rest we give to Quinn to... Well, yeah, there's a lot of... Come...
Yeah, it was friendly.
Huh? Ah! Jesus Christ!
I was warning you, looking in the other...
Sneak up on me like that. You're new here. Yeah. You must be, since you're actually...
You had to turn drunk, huh?
Who, me? Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. Doc Barrows says that he's getting tired. You sure? Why you want to head on over to the 9th Circle and talk? Oh yeah, the generic.
Yeah, this guy's definitely a bit of a pisshead. I don't think he falls apart. I think he's just a pisshead.
Hi.
Right.
We don't get a lot of your kind down here.
Attention! Civilian on deck. Negatory, I have been programmed. Go underworld, go ghouls, eh! Damn this pansy zombie programming.
That poor. No. You know, I love how the robots have clearly gained personalities after a while, because they're clearly not meant to. And they're self-aware.
Excuse me.
No drunk.
Oh, hey, look at that. Yeah, man, that's. I know. You look around here and.
Why is the only barber the one with hair?
These corpses only got half a head of this stuff, so I never get a chance. I prefer stylist myself. I used to live in Rivet City. Folks there had enough money for me to do okay. I ended up here.
So he's a fresh ghoul.
With a barbershop makes about as much sense as a screen door on a submarine, so fuck it. I just took up Jet. Well, yeah. You think that I need to be sober to cut a ghoul's hair? Half the work is cutting the skin off. These guys don't care how they look at.
He's a good. If you want a barber, I don't trust that. I think it'll crash because well, the whatchamacallit, the character creator is really, really dodgy. Have to be very careful not to crash.
Yeah, what is it? Oh my, someone new. It's not much I know, but it's so good to have someone new here. Gob? He's my son. Well, not really. No. Do you? That's terrible. If you get up that way again. But he shouldn't try to escape. It's too dangerous. No.
Okie dokie, so you don't have anything to say. Doesn't know.
Hey, I saw you over there talking to Carol. She's friendly. Now do you want something to...
Okay, so this is the hotel. And just someone here. Maybe that pamphlet was what I need. Maybe now I can go ask around Rivet City and get to find Dr. Henry or whoever he's called in the subdeck.
Have a dress from before the war that's seen better days. Pour a little aqua cura on it. Scrub vigorously.
Oh dear.
Brush and get your party on.
Oh dear. Well, actually, if it is made from a Braxo, which seemed to be what it was made from, maybe that would actually work. But, oh dear. You would have hope. Keyword being hope. Let's just go straight to Rivet City. I can't be arsed to go through the sewers again. And the subways. Not when it's going back to Rivet City for the 5,000th time.
I'm on duty. Make it quick. Yeah, he's totally strung out.
Try to get the broken bow first. Oh, I hope this is deep enough. See what I meant by it's not actually pointy? The boat that isn't pointy. I was curious what this marker is now. Just parking lot. Thought it would have been a bit more creative than that. Yeah, well, into the front of the tub. There's a way in underwater that isn't locked, but yeah, you have to fight and swim. And everyone knows I don't like swimming, at least not underwater anyway. There we go. And we are in. Oh no! Hey, Mylurk King! Oh. Stuck in the ceiling. Okie dokie.
Cut it out. How the hell did you get in here?
Yeah, Pinkerton, that was a name.
I suppose you can't be all that. This is the part where you tell me what the secret. Well, if you must know, I'm an electrician. I'm the guy. And after all that, Lee and her gang of flunkies pushed me out. I live here.
He just admitted that he's exactly the kind of person I'm looking for.
Lee and all those other monkeys dressed up like scientists. You made it past my defenses, which proves you. I suppose you can have.
Really? Nope. You know, considering I was looking for someone who is both a surgeon and good with computers, I've just found such person. And this is what I really don't get with this questline, is that there is very specific triggers that trigger this guy to tell you what you have to know. And it can be a bit awkward because of it. You know, I know the solution to it is Harkness. You have to talk to this guy to get you to some item that you need to talk to Harkness, but I don't know, but more precisely can't remember the steps to get him talking. I remember vaguely about the ghoul, but oh yeah, there's a barrier, isn't there? Do I have to ask around Rivet City?
Hey, maybe you don't know who you're talking to. I'm Commander Dan. Yeah, well, I don't have time for newbies. Dr. Preston is in the upper deck.
Just gotta find someone. Just talk to everyone. Maybe one of them actually can talk to me about this. Do.
The Mirelurks have been quiet lately. Yes, ma'am?
Nope.
You make it quick. I'm on a tight schedule. Yeah, he comes by every night around closing time and tries. Thank God she's smarter than.
So not use dailies. What about door? Ah, bum quarter. Perfect. This might be a perfect place.
Yeah? What do you want? Yeah. I'd sell him to you if they'd let. Unless you've got any more
Oh, aren't you delightful?
Hey!
Oh dear.
Haven't run into you before. Nobody does. I'm not very memorable. Don't worry. It won't.
Well, that's just tragic.
Ted Strayer, you can Whoa, dude. You don't have to. I'll just make myself scared.
Complete with the dude. Anyone who goes, whoa, dude, is probably not someone who does much odge.
Make it quick, will you? I'm coming down. Thanks, man.
Did you need something? Oh, it's you. I mean... the Muddy Rudder. Bell waters down the liquor.
Okie dokie. Druggy's going for his midnight walks. He's got the munchies. Maybe Zimmer has something to say. Zimmer lives here, doesn't? Oh no, he doesn't, does he? Again, fucking night. Seriously, fuck night. The morning sun has vanquished the terrible night.
The sooner you find my property, the... Ah, you've managed to sniff the trail. Good. Well, standing around all day chit... A circuit neuralizer. Here in the wasteland. How
the hell do I know about circuit neuralizer?
Impressive. You are showing signs of intelligence and resourcefulness. You might turn out useful after all. But you're wasting time talking to me.
You miserable.
That's close enough.
Yeah, instead of being a bastard and not talking about Anna and not helping, maybe he could actually help.
What? Like I said, I search the offices of doctors or techies for android information. Start with Dr. Preston. He lives on this leak. Now, if you'll excuse... Maybe he didn't exactly wander off. Maybe he fled. Escaped captivity, as it were. If he... It's possible my android sought to... So no, he may not be just an ordinary robot, but he's... By God, you're as annoying as you are clever. The duty of this particular unit was the hunting...
Again, why did you give it emotion?
And it's one of the side effects of having such an advanced AI. Machines start to...
No, it's because it's a manufactured human.
This particular android may have believed... This particular android. The others, like my escort Armitage there, are all older models. So you see, this android must...
But it's... Yeah, the fact that Zimmer doesn't return meant that canonically he never finds a Harkness. Your player never and he never goes back. So as a result, he never so he effectively wastes years trying to get back when he could have just spent those years doing something a bit more productive. Like, I don't know, rebuilding. But then again, he's probably lying through his teeth. It's the Institute after all.
You're in the Rivet City Clinic. Facial surgery is way too dangerous to try. Don't get in. Now, if you've got... Sure, I could patch. See. Facial surgery is... Tamper with that, and we're going to have a problem.
I just love how you can... Oh, he's staring at the terminal. I'm just gonna go in. Well, it can't end in ing, so it has to be possesses or collected. It can't end in ing. Oh dear.
Are you looking at me? Don't know you. Don't. I'm short on time and... What's your beef? Try the muddy rudder.
Oh, now I remember. You have to go back to Megaton. That was it. Now I remember. Having to talk to the doctors reminded me.
Don't mind me, lady.
Now I remember. You have to get a Megaton, which is this is crater. Stretch. It's the doctor here that you have to talk to. That was it. Well, at least I think it was this doctor. Oh dear. Atom is still preaching.
I'm Doc Church, and I run this clinic. Now, if you do bother me, you better be damn near dead. Follow my rule. I'll keep you pat. Probably down at Rivet City. Anything that has any use out here, they snatch up for themselves.
There we go. We're in endgame now. Now I remember. You have to find a note about it. That generally help. I think you have to. Then you have to talk to the doctors, and then you have to go to see Pinkerton. That was it. Where is he? There. Playing with a computer.
Stay sharp. They're everywhere. What are you talking about, girl? I don't know anything. It's things like bottle caps and property and ownership and all that. But I'll take your caps.
I'll complain, but I'll still take your money.
This android came in as one person, and don't believe anyone's done that before. Certainly not down here. I'm also the only one in the wasteland with the skill and the nerve to perform. You want proof? I documented the whole thing, so I could rub it in the face of Dr. Lee when I need to rankle her feathers. I hate that snooty bitch.
Everyone hates Dr. Lee.
You're damn right she's a bitch. Ruined my whole goddamn life. It's all in my computer. Here's the password. See for yourself. Hell, just don't go telling Harkness, though. He won't believe you anyway. Oh, all right. So maybe I didn't wipe his mind like he asked. All you need to do is use the recall code. Just say to him, activate A321 recall code Violet, and that will
I love these before and after pictures, like, they're both awful. I think the Game Boy camera was better quality. Then again, the humans in Fallout 3 and New Vegas are so fugly that you're not gonna really get anything good. What the f—
You've been rather busy lately, asking questions, investigating. Or do you have some kind of personal grudge against an innocent android?
Railroad.
Alone? Please tell. Don't you realize what you're doing? The path you're on has the potential to ruin a man's... Listen to me. I'm involved with a movement that has dedicated itself to saving these runaway androids. I can't let you...
What, by making them replace, basically wiping out who they are and turning them into a blank body?
Fine. Blow me off. Live in denial. Don't ask how I obtained it. If you change your mind, if you decide you want to help, tell him the android is dead, and that was on the corpse. He'll believe you. He'll go back.
The synth component.
Don't you have a component to deliver?
I love how she ambushes me right in Pinkerton's lab, though. That's funny. You know, yes, the Institute treats them as slaves, but the Railroad basically just deletes them from existence. You know, their personality is gone. They don't remember anything, they mind wipe them. Sometimes they go vegetable. Is that really better?
Move it, bud. Can't you see I'm busy?
You know, is having your mind completely annihilated better? I don't think it is. You know, you stop being you.
You saved my life. Can you spare... You mean... I can... My...
That wasn't even Aquapura I gave him. I gave him purified water. That's not the same thing. Aquapura is better than purified water. I guess they just give you what you have, the worst crap you have, I guess. I'm sure I have some Aquapura, and I also have some Aquacura, which is deadly. Radiation infused. Bit of Abraxo for good measure.
Everything looks okay here.
Now, Zim Zim.
What? Harkness, you say? Yes. Yes, that makes sense. And he's right here, in River. Thank you for your discreet. And now for your payment. This
That's close enough. Keep your hands where I can.
Yeah, he does not look threatening at all, does he? Look at that face. That is not threatening in the slightest. I mean, clearly it isn't human, but clearly there's no one else in here.
May Saint Monica bless you. Yes, I know. I've been counseling. He used to go stand on the observation balcony. Saint Monica.
God bless you.
Oh dear, I'm gonna follow Zim. Look at him go. Look at him sort of go. Totally not threatening. There's no doctor.
They call me sister. Are you making fun of my name? It's a damn...
Welcome to the Weatherly, Mr. Buckingham. This is the Weatherly Hotel. I serve...
Mr. Handies. A prime example of politeness and Britishness. Oh, Mr. Handies. Oh, I didn't realise there was noodles in Fallout 3. I thought that was a Fallout 4 thing that had the noodles. Yeah, because the Blade Runner stuff wasn't enough. You know, the obvious Blade Runner references is that kind of like in all, you know, it's even. Let's see, because obviously there's the Diamond City robot is a reference to Blade Runner, the courses are a reference to Blade Runner, the whole synth thing's a reference to Blade Runner, and even Fallout New Vegas isn't innocent of ripping off of referencing Blade Runner, because that unique pistol is the Blade Runner pistol.
Very clever, A3-21, but not clever enough. Now, come with me.
What the hell are you talking about, Zimmer? I swear, I've got enough crackpots on this damn boat.
You're coming back with me to the Commonwealth. You're a very important android. You're just a bit confused. Your memories have been altered.
I'm going nowhere. I want you off this boat, immediately. I'm done suffering your nonsense. You want to do this the easy way or the hard way?
Of course we will be doing things the easy way. I have no intention of harming you. It's time to bid your farewells, Harkness.
Zimmer. That's it. You leave me no choice but to use force.
A3-21. Initialize factory reset. Authorization code Beta 53 Alpha.
What?
You know, if he had that, why didn't he just go around to everyone asking that question, just saying that? It looked like a stark-raving lunatic, but Harkness, you know, he has said to Harkness.
Thank God. That was such an annoying broadcast.
You know, that's just, you know, the fact that Zimmer effectively always has some form of reset code. So why he can't just go why he can't just use the recall code, I don't know. You know, he just go around asking that question. You know, just saying that to everyone. To every man he comes across, and oh, boom, it would work eventually. But no, he's too fucking lazy to do anything. Wait a second, you're still begging for water, Carlos? Really?
You saved my life.
Yeah. Why don't you just tell
me so much? It seemed. You saved my life.
I know what these guys are for. They are basically an endless source of good karma. That's what they are. That's their whole purpose, is just an endless source of good karma.
Hey.
But we haven't run out of time, so... Well, near enough. No point starting anything else right now, so... That's the end of this... That's the end of the stream. Thank you for watching. Subscribe or donate if you want. Donation links in the description as per usual, as is a list of all past live streams. This is taking a hell of a lot longer than it should. Time. Good. Bye. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cease.